So it's kind of messy, but this is where the magic happens. And I have to clean. Look at all that crap. It's like I don't have space. And that looks gross. But the project is putting this folding prop. I'm gonna put it on the DLG. Right here. This DLG right here. The Vortex. So it's gonna look like that. Look at that thing, it's so dinky. It's so tiny. But yeah. I mean, it doesn't need much. This is from the UMX Crescendo. I don't have the motor for that. I have a Park 250 E-Flight, so I'll have to design a thing, but yeah. So this folding propeller, there's a hole, you put the screw through it, and the mount is just like a simple cylinder, you know, with a hole in it that you screw this into, and the cylinder has like 3 legs, and those get attached to the brushless motor. So I'm gonna have to come up with something like that with the E-Flight. The only reason I'm using the E-Flight is because I already have it, but it's the kV is a little higher than the Spectrum one for the UMX Crescendo, the red motor, but I'm also gonna stick to 2S, whereas the Crescendo can go to 3S. I mean, so it should be all right. So this is what we're looking at. The batteries, got a couple different sizes. This one is 280 milliamp hour, 450. This one's 800. See how tiny this motor is? Like my fingernail, that's how big it is. Park 250. It spins a 5-inch blade. Has like a 10 amp ESC on it. This is what I used on the Alula a long time ago. So I've been thinking about it. Originally I was going to design the pod to like go in front of this thing, but I think I'll just make it separate. I don't know, like higher up. I'm just concerned if it'll hit the body. See how far back those blades fold? So maybe I will just keep it in the front then. The other thing I've been thinking about is how it'll be built like a, there'll be like a notch thing that goes in here and you pull it forward, then you just tape the body down. It's not meant to be like a permanent mod, but yeah. Also, my DLG is so messed up from all the repairs, or it's so heavy from all the repairs I've done on it, that this pod is going to be built to shift the center of gravity forward without extra weight. Actually fly this thing with like quarters in the tip. So yeah, this thing is just super heavy and it's hard to DLG. Like, you need a lot of lift, and that gets tiring when you just throw it over and over. And that's my fault. Like, this plane was amazing when it was brand new, but I've just damaged it so much. Like, you can see the pod is not even smooth anymore. So yeah, I'll just design the first thing I have to figure out. Oh, look at this. This may work already. See how this motor, this is what I was describing before, but it's made out of plastic for the Crescendo, the Spectrum motor. Maybe this will fit right on there already. That'd be great. Then I just need to come up with a mount here. I've been thinking about like a sandwich system with 2 screws, probably one in the middle too, to really keep it down. So this actually is a very tight fit if you just push it on there. I think it's just like a coincidence. Like, it's not designed to do that, but yeah, it's like a really tight fit, and then you can push it like all the way flush to where it's it gets wider, and then I think I'm alright with that, and I'll just throw some like CA on there. And the screw that comes with the folding propeller is too small for this thing's shaft, so that's kind of like useless. But this doesn't like produce that much thrust, so I'm not really worried it's just gonna like pop off. Like I mentioned, it was so like tight to get it down, so I think with a little bit of CA it's good enough. So this actually is like a, well, it says 3000 kV, but yeah, it feels pretty good. Like, you see how like strong this, I can hold it with my hand, but that's plenty to work with. I don't have braking, but that's fine. Got our Optima 6. Man, this radio, I remember I was flying a plane and it just lost connection out of nowhere. I just watched it like fall out of the sky. I'm like, what the hell? So it's sus, but I remember when I saw this thing when it was brand new, I was like, I want that. Nowadays it's outdated, and this display is pretty, it's not like an LCD, but you know, or it is, but it's not a multicolor one, it's just green. But yeah, so got this. I really wanted to design it. I don't even know if you can see this. Yeah, I really wanted to design this like in line. But the problem is like this battery has to go on top. So you'll have this like weird ass hump, but it's better if it's just stacked. And then my only concern is to not hit this. So I think I'll just have it like far out. Although the weight will be over here. The ESC and the receiver has to go somewhere anyway, so I'll just design a pod that pretty much like replaces this cover here. Yeah, honestly that would make sense. Like you put it down and the pod, you would just tape the entire pod around it. Yeah, that would make sense. How discolored this thing got with the light, the UV, the sun. This is where it was protected from tape. I was like, that's how it used to look. It's vibrant pink. But yeah, so I can design a. So how will I design this? I've got calipers, so I measure the. Man, this thing is so gross. You measure this to get dimensions. Also, this thing has a battery drain, so it just kills battery over time. But yeah, you measure the dimensions, you put them in the 3D environment, like SketchUp, CAD program, and then you design the pod around that. You draw like a aerodynamic pod, and you fit the parts in there, and then you give it thickness. You know, I think like 0.1 millimeter is a good plastic thickness for strength. And then print it, you know, assemble it, and then it's real. But I'm gonna have to design a motor mount though, because this is literally just a cylinder with a hole in it. I was thinking I would design a thing that uses pressure to hold it down. 2 screws, like one on each side. But and then I'd probably just also glue the leads down as like extra method to hold the motor back. I think it's gonna work. Yeah. I don't know. I love DLG, but like I mentioned, this thing is so heavy it struggles to soar anymore. So the motor is just a nice way to get a boost when it's sinking. So first thing I gotta do is 3D print this thing, which is tough because it's like a weird shape, you know. It's not like it's just a tube, it's flattened, and like the shape is dynamic. I mean, I don't know, I mean, you could say that's pretty uniform, so maybe it's not as bad as I'm thinking. But like, the easiest way you would make this is if you had a 3D scanner, and it would scan this thing and get real dimensions, and you could build off of that, but I gotta do it the scrub way, I guess. You could also, you know, take a string and measure circumference, but it's like a flattened shape, so it's not really. I'm just gonna have to eyeball it and then do some test prints till I get a good fit. Because I really do want just like a thing that I attach on there. It's not permanent, and there's like a peg or thing that sticks up that's aerodynamic, and then the actual bulb thing that's the power pod would be on top, and I can just tape this thing down. So we'll see. Alright, so this is how I think I'm gonna model this. Well, I'm gonna start with a tube, and I'm gonna squish it. Since this isn't like a tube, it's more like a squashed thing. And then I'm gonna take a picture of this canopy top view. What did I just do? And I'll draw like a scale, I don't know, somewhere like an inch. Or yeah, something. And then you can import that picture in SketchUp, and you scale the model with that line. You say this line is an inch long, and then you trace the shape of it, and you put it on top of the tube, and then you intersect them, and you'll get like a cutout with this thickness. This because I'm using parametric modeling, so I'm a scrub. I don't know Fusion or other tools as such. So yeah, I'll start test printing those for the fit, and then once I get this thing printed, I can extend the thing that holds the bulbous pod that has the motor mount and everything. I'll test print the motor mount on its own, and I'll do that. Get some kind of, I'll honestly probably just use like double-sided tape, and I'll print it like where the top is split, so that part you like screw down or something. I am concerned about attaching the pod just with tape. I mean, so I'll probably add like I don't know, some kind of like latch. You like bend it probably in the back. I don't know actually. I don't know. I don't know. What will I do? What will I do? I gotta think about it. It probably makes sense to have like a hook thing underneath, because then you like, put it on and slide it forward, and then the back tapes it down, so the thrust pulling the motor will jam it into the body, and that'll keep it attached. Yeah. So this motor does run warm. I'm not sure if that's just how it is, or maybe this is too much for it. I remember with the this propeller right here, it also ran warm. So, but in my throat. So I don't have like a long screw, and it's also a small screw. So I was thinking I'll use this paper clip. I'll just bend it into like a shape. That'll get sandwiched in the pod design. Which unfortunately does mean this pod is like custom, but the Vortex is also a custom pod shape. So it's not really transferable. It's more like just show that it's doable, and then you could modify the design to fit your needs. But yeah, so this will definitely keep it attached no matter how warm it is, because I'm just thinking this will like start to melt the plastic. I don't know if it's gonna get that hot. And also, you're not supposed to run this motor that long anyway. It's just to like climb a little bit and then turn it off.